Aloha, and welcome to another HIKI NŌ Focus on Summer Special. I'm Shisa Kahaunaele, a HIKI NŌ graduate from the Kamehameha School's Kapalama, class of 2014. Everyone growing up in Hawaii has their favorite locally owned business establishment, whether it's the mom and pop grocery or the diner that has been serving the same brook to mount dishes for generations. Local businesses are an integral part of the culture and identity of Hawaii. Nothing against national chains and big box retailers, but Hawaii-based small businesses provide us with a sense of who we are. It's no surprise then that HIKI NŌ students have returned time and time again to this subject. For the next half hour, we'll take a look at past stories about homegrown enterprises with HIKI NŌ, focus on local businesses. Our first story takes place in a very small corner of the Wailuku area of Maui called Happy Valley. You can't miss Takamiya Market when you drive through Happy Valley. It carries food items that local people crave but can't find in big box retailers. And the owner doesn't see the mainland chains as a threat to his business. Here is his story as told by students from Maui High School.
Since 1945, Takamiya Market in Happy Valley, just north of Wailuku, has been serving fresh meats, fish, prepared foods, and smiles from this same spot.
Yeah, okay, enjoy. Thank you. We're not a regular grocery store or supermarket, which carries, all the canned goods and, frozen pieces, whatever. We, I think, survive because of our niche, and our niche is, our marinated meats, our seafood, the poke area, and then the prepared foods.
These convenience items have helped Takamiya establish a loyalty among customers. This constant flow of regulars has helped Takamiya maintain profits, while other mom-and-pop stores around Hawaii are closing.
Sometimes the prices are more expensive, but it's okay because the food is really good, so I know locals like quality. So if you pay a lot, you're gonna expect good quality, so that's okay.
At Takamiya, they serve quality and quantity. They sell between 400 to 500 pounds of poke every week. They're so successful, Takamiya is looking to expand.
Across the street, the property is about 10,000 square feet, and then under the roof is about 7,000 square feet. It gives us an opportunity to grow.
Takamiya's goal is to move the entire store into the Valley Aisle Hardware building in the next few years. He is confident he will be able to grow as a company because Takamiya understands and appreciates the local market.
You don't have to be on a diet.
His respect for the community earned Takamiya the 2010 Maui Retail Merchants of Hawaii Ho'okela Award.
Baldwin Project grad, I get that mental health, Wailuku Union. I try not to turn away anybody asking for donations, sports teams, churches. So I think that was one of the big criteria that, successful businesses that give back to the community.
Another criteria for success might be how Takamiya views competition. While other businesses fear the intrusion of the big box retailer, Takamiya welcomes it.
I welcome, a Kmart, Safeway, anybody to, come in this neighborhood. I think I don't want to be the only business in this Happy Valley area. I mean, I wish, had more businesses, because, it's not competition, but then at least bring the people back to Happy Valley.
This is Jasmine Feliciano from Maui High School for HIKI NŌ.
Many grow up dreaming about leaving their hometown, then returning someday to open a business successful enough that they can then give back to their community. Here's one such story from the HIKI NŌ students at Waimea High School in West Kauai about a young man whose business draws from his experience growing up so poor he could only afford to wear t-shirts.
Rambla Clothing Company, a local Kauai clothing business, has now opened its first store in Waimea town. But what's even more interesting is that the store's owner, Kauai Sarmiento, is also a graduate of Waimea High School and has returned to his hometown to promote his growing business. His clothing store has greatly developed from his backyard beginnings.
I started from senior year, high school. It was me and my friends, me and the boys. We used to go pole hale and kind of ramble our chalk to the dirt road, and that is how we kind of started with the idea. Back when 2005, we got introduced to doing stickers by a small little desktop sticker machine, and we did our first stickers and people liked our stickers, and we went from there. We did hats and t-shirts came after.
Rambla has had a very humble start, and like most businesses, has had to overcome many obstacles.
Any business and any business owner or manager can tell you that you're always going to hit the wall at financial problems, which if you take your business to a next level, it costs money. We have to learn how to save, learn how to do our math and stuff like that.
To Rambla, giving back to the community is more rewarding than a 50% off sale.
You know, people come see us so you can donate stuff, you know, as raffle prizes, to concerts, to we did the career day for Waimea High School. You know, we made a bunch of stuff, so we gave it to them. I feel good giving back because one is something from my childhood days that, as far as clothing, I never really have. You know, I honestly had my clothes from garage sales or swap meets out there. That is my roots, that is where I came from, and now I produce my own t-shirts. When I can give that away, you know, I feel good because it's something that I can give back.
The Rambla Clothing Company represents a true role model for giving back. The company has achieved great success through the hard work, perseverance, and dedication put into the business. Rambla Clothing Company is here to stay, shining an inspirational light on the dreams of young new business owners.
I never did, not even one little thought in my head came from when I was growing up that I ever thought of doing this. This is my talent and this is my gift.
This is Kaylee Yamamoto from Waimea High School reporting for HIKI NŌ.
There's a bakery in Makawao, Maui known for its amazing cream puffs. But what's even more amazing is the history of this family-run business. Here's the story of Komoda Bakery as told by students from Seabury Hall Middle School on Maui.
T. Komoda's store and bakery has been serving the Makawao Maui community since 1916. This popular bakery and store is famous for its cream puffs, stick donuts, buns, and other goodies. For almost a century, the Komoda family has owned and operated the store. The store was founded by Takezo and Shigeru Komoda. Betty Shibuya, current store manager and granddaughter of Takezo Komoda, tells us about her grandfather's early life.
They immigrated from Shikoku, Japan, and hoping to make money so that they could return to Japan. They worked in the plantation for a while, and then the heat and the work was too strenuous for Grandpa, so he decided to come up country. He found a picture bride, which is Shigeru Komoda, and they got married. They had 8 children, 2 girls and 6 boys. All the boys were trained to help in the bakery. The oldest was Takeo, who is my father, and he was the manager of the store.
Takeo and his wife, Kyoko, managed the store for decades. The Komoda family provided nourishment for the United States Marines during World War II.
The Marines would come and buy the bread was 5 cents. And then they made their own noodles. They rolled the dough and everything and made their own Simon noodles and cut it, and served the Marines. The bakery is unique because everything is made by hand. We only have a mixer. We have no computers or anything of that nature. So everything is rolled by hand and made by hand, and that's why it tastes so good and it's very special.
The current pastry recipes were introduced in 1947 by one of Takezo's sons, Ikuo Komoda. Michelle Shibuya, the great-granddaughter of Takezo Komoda, explains how the cream puff and other unique recipes were developed.
My uncle Ikuo went to baking school in Minnesota, and after he came back from baking school, he just tested out some of the things that he learned there, and over the years he developed his own recipes.
New customers and locals share their love for Komoda's store and bakery. Whenever the subject is Komoda's, long-term customers are eager to reminisce.
And then, our parents used to always take us weekly to Komoda's store. And I remember me and my sisters, and even my nephews, we'd always stare at the showcase and taking the longest time pick out what we like. And then my mother and my father would just get one whole box assorted pastries. and then we would love it. They would eat it and enjoy it.
The Komoda family has not only provided groceries, dry goods, and delicious pastries for generations, but their hard work and generosity has touched the lives of visitors and locals alike. This is Colin Sheen reporting from Seabury Hall for HIKI NŌ.
Some businesses are all about the product they sell. In the case of Beach Bum Cafe in downtown Honolulu, their product, Slow Drip Coffee, gets the customers in the door. But what the business is really about has to do with what goes on between people once they're inside. Here's the story by students from Roosevelt High School on Oahu about the rare commodity of face-to-face interaction.
On a typical busy day at downtown, people enjoy looking for a place that offers refreshment and stimulation. Like one of them, I was looking for a place to rest. One day, a sign of a surfer surfing on a coffee cup caught my attention. The discovery of the Beach Bum Cafe opened the door to meet new people over a cup of Hawaiian coffee. Dennis McCoy opened his coffee shop in January 2011 and has shown a strong passion for his locally grown coffee.
I wanted to have my own business, and I was trying to figure out what it was I wanted to do. I had several different ideas for businesses, including business services, but I really wanted to do something that was social in nature. So it just so happened that coffee was the position I decided I wanted to go with, for the business model.
The unique flavors of Hawaii-grown coffee get a boost by Dennis's unique drip process. Each custom brewed cup does take at least 3 minutes, longer than the mainstream coffee chain shops. At the Beach Bum Cafe, however, customers see the wait as a rare and valuable opportunity to get to know strangers, sharing the love for a good coffee.
I will typically ask someone if it's the first time here, how they found out about us, and that inspires a little bit of conversation. Often they'll see something on an internet site like Yelp. Then I'll ask them where they're from, places that maybe some place I'm familiar with, and what brings them to Hawaii. So it becomes a very conversational thing, and especially because I'm standing in front of them for 3 minutes or so brewing their coffee, so it gives us an opportunity to exchange some information about ourselves.
As a regular, I am fascinated with customers who bring a variety of backgrounds and being able to hear about their origins, professions, as well as experiences they encounter.
The people who come here are really nice, and there's always somebody interesting, and we all talk together.
No, actually, it's nice to have folks who actually know about the different kinds of coffees and are interested in it. To find people who actually like what they're doing is actually a pretty nice aspect of things.
It's just very pleasant. It's a much more personal touch that they give here. It's something you don't get in any other coffee shop. They treat their customers like family.
As a high school student who aspires to be a journalist, I believe face-to-face interaction in this age of online social networking and smartphones is very important. Beach Bum Cafe is my internet, full of information, stories, and interaction from people all over the world. And the best part is that it does not require Wi-Fi. This is Satoshi Sugiyama for HIKI NŌ.
Family businesses aren't just about making enough money to support their loved ones. They're also about values. And when a business gets passed down through the generations, the values get passed along with it. Here's the story of one such business on the Valley Isle by students from Kamehameha School's Maui Middle.
Ice cream. You lick it, scoop it, and even drink it. But did you know that there is a company right here on Maui that makes their own ice cream?
All the other ice cream that you may eat on Maui is not made any place in Hawaii. It's all shipped in from the mainland.
But there is more to this company than ice cream. It is a family-owned business that takes pride in running by a strong set of family values. I know this pride firsthand because Maui Soda and Iceworks is my family's company, and Buddy Nobriga is my grandfather.
Ice cream was in 1930. We started to make ice cream here.
My grandfather started by bringing in mix from Honolulu and just flavoring it and freezing it. And then he developed formulations with the help of Dairyman's to make ice cream.
The company, owned and operated by the Nobriga family since 1946, recognizes the essentials of running a good business.
The leadership is the most important aspect of running the business and keeping the business running. With Rosemary Ice Cream, it's something that we take pride in, and we don't feel that that pride can be emulated anywhere else.
One of the other secrets is that we still make it the slow way. The big manufacturers will make mix now, and 1 hour later they make an ice cream.
Though the downturn in the economy closed many businesses, Maui Soda and Ice Works and Rosalani Ice Cream continues to thrive over the years.
We remain small, mostly because of that trust in who handles it once it leaves us, has that same belief and that same love for the product. That's something that's instilled in you. Like, again, it goes back to leadership.
Family is important to the Nobrigas, and they treat each employee as part of their own household.
I keep working because I love what I do, and the Nobriga family treats me like part of their family, and they include me in all of their decisions. And I feel part of the business, and I have a passion to make the business grow.
Through all his experiences as a business owner, Buddy Nobriga lives by one guiding principle.
Work with your people. Trust them, and they will trust you. They will give you the heart and soul working for you.
Family values, work ethic, and trust are some of the ingredients that make me proud of our family's sweet success. This is Jayla Nobriga for Kamehameha Schools Maui for HIKI NŌ.
It's not unusual in Hawaii for a business named after a certain district to move out of that district, but still retain the original name. For instance, Punchbowl Body and Fender Works is now located in Kaimuki, and Wildlife Plumbing is located in Kaka'ako. But in the store you're about to see by students from Kalaheo High School, the business name and location mismatch has a different sort of origin.
Kalaheo alumni Tamara Armstrong and Dylan Butterball of Manoa Chocolates have successfully melted together their world travel experiences with their bean-to-bar business.
While I was at UH, I made it a priority to study abroad in South America. And I think because I was able to sort of take the time to enjoy seeing new countries, that I was sort of had it out of my system, and I got to see the world a little bit to my satisfaction. I mean, there's so much more to see, but I definitely felt a lot more settled and excited to be present where I was and where I wanted to start my career.
Tamara started her career as a consultant on sustainability for an architecture firm, and Dylan brought her into his company, Manoa Chocolates. From their exposure to travel, Manoa Chocolates' concept of creating delectable treats using quality ingredients from around the world was born.
As far as traveling, I wanted to create more of a dream job. I wanted to be able to go to all these exotic countries that have really good surf and kind of double up and buy beans as well.
Dylan and I both speak Spanish. We use that in our dealings. He learned it from scratch, and we use it all the time. Dealing with different business opportunities, being comfortable in the world of trade, and that has changed him to be able to have a business where we're importing beans from all over the globe, having relationships with people from around the world.
Tamara and Dylan understand the impact travel has had on their lives and careers. They have put significant value in supporting the people and places they get their ingredients from, places as far away as the West African country of Liberia.
Which is a really neat story. We're buying beans from ex-child soldiers, so there was a lot of Civil War there, and a lot of kids who are probably about my age now, no one would employ. They didn't have any skill sets, and they had a very rough past. So there was a guy over there who started taking all the ex-child soldiers and harvesting the abandoned cacao orchards from their Civil War, and then finding a market kind of like the market we're in, this American craft micro battery chocolate market.
Manoa in Hawaiian means thick, dense, and deep, and Tamara makes that comparison.
Having seen the world, it opens up conversations to be able to connect with people where you may not otherwise have connections because maybe you visited their hometown or you know a little bit about their culture, and you can just go deeper and deeper even though you may not be in that same place. If you meet somewhere else, you can have a deeper connection with people.
The deep flavors in their chocolate bars range from the different regions around the earth.
Madagascar is known for really fruity chocolate. Dominican Republic is known for kind of a raspberry flavor. Hawaii has kind of a cherry flavored chocolate. West Africa, like Liberia, has just an earthy base chocolate flavor. It's kind of like wine. It's just like grapes and coffee and all that.
So when you think of Manoa Chocolates, don't drive to Manoa Valley because you won't find it there, but rather take a trip to the heart of Kailua town, then take the flight up the stairs to the second floor of Kailua Square. This is Caitlin Sabatine of Kalaheo High School reporting for HIKI NŌ.
Some businesses link us to our past and allow us to relive a simpler time in our lives. Once the owners realize that nostalgia is the key to their business, they learn that leaving well enough alone is the secret to success. The Managos Hotel in Kona is such a business. Here's its story as told by students from Konawaena High School on Hawaii Island.
Located on the leeward side of the Big Island of Hawaii in Captain Cook is the popular Managos Hotel and Restaurant. Starting in 1917 with only $100, the Managos have made themselves a well-known business. With 62 units and a busy restaurant, Dwight Manago, the owner, tells us the story of the Managos Hotel.
When I came back from Oahu and from being at the Manalani Bay Hotel, I had all these ideas of changing everything. I wanted to modernize, I wanted to do a lot of things. However, the first thing that happened to me was my customers came and told me, if you start changing anything, we're not going to come back. So the message is, keep it to the original state, keep it simple, keep it natural, and most of all, nostalgic. And that's basically been our success.
Managos is a unique place on the Big Island and has different meaning and sentiments for its customers and employees. For some, Managos is more than just a workplace.
What makes Managos special? Probably the staff, the people, the visitors that come and go. You meet a lot of them. The staff is very friendly. They're a great group to work with. The owners are the Manago family, and they treat us like family.
While Managos is popular for its old-fashioned charm, casual atmosphere, and reasonable pricing, what Managos is really known for is their pork chops.
Well, the favorite thing about the hotel restaurant would be the comments we get about the pork chops. It's the local favorite. In fact, what we've had to do was from the original order that we still do serve, which is about 11 ounces. We've had to now go into a 1.5 order, which is currently between 16 and 17 ounces. And the funny thing about it is, even the women are ordering that now.
If walls could talk, they would tell of the diverse guests that have visited the Managos Hotel.
We've had Charles Lindbergh visit us. We've also had Priscilla Presley, Elvis Presley's ex-wife, and Bill Pullman were some of the known celebrities that we've had visit us. If you look at the restaurants, if you look at hotels, you see them come and go. However, we've been the one operation that's been running for almost 100 years. And that's something that I'm very proud of. And hopefully we'll go into a 4th generation and continue that legacy.
Well, I'm in the mood for pork chops now. This is Austin Hawk reporting from Konawaena High School for HIKI NŌ.
Thank you for watching HIKI NŌ Focus on Local Businesses. These stories prove that HIKI NŌ students value the sense of place and identity that local businesses lend to our island home. I hope you've enjoyed watching them as much as I've enjoyed presenting them to you. Be sure to tune in next week for more proof that Hawaii's young people, HIKI NŌ, can do.